Meet 70-year-old Rodney. He may seem like your typical friendly senior citizen on the outside, but on the inside, he has a deep desire for cupcakes. And according to him, he has a slave named Larry, and let's just say that things got a little weird when he got himself involved in Rodney's affairs. Upon us catching Rodney in the act, he called up Larry the slave to cover up for him.
He said that he had a white male slave who was, I believe, around the age of 36 years old, I think is what he said.
I'm his caretaker. I take care of him.
You take care of him?
Yeah,
Okay.
That's probably what he's probably referring to.
Rodney really has a way with words, and you gotta love that authentic rock-bottom accent.
I'll chat with you as a friend. Try to keep you out of trouble.
Okay.
But that's it.
Okay. Would you mind showing?
Well, you know what they say. It's all fun and games until your walker gets tossed in the back of a police car and you go away in handcuffs. We've got a ton of Predator pasta to dish out here today, so sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode of To Skeet a Predator.
Well, boys, it's your boy Skeet Hansen here, back at it again. This time we are in Battle Creek, Michigan, right outside of a Burger King. We're waiting for our potential predator to show up. His name is Rodney. He's 70 years old. He lives in a senior apartment nearby, and he's going to be walking here pretty soon. This is what he looks like. Jesus Christ. He kind of looks like almost like a Draugr from Skyrim. He says he's a dom looking for friends and fun. They start texting, and Mikey is and he talks about a few inappropriate things, that he wants to make out with him and use toys, and he wants to use vibrators and plugs, and he also wants him to suck his is what it says. He talks about things that you put up your butt, toys and all. He said that when he was I believe it was a slave to some degree. And ironically enough, when he was talking on the phone with the decoy, he mentioned that he has a slave, a white slave, so he says. During Black History Month, of all times, he talks about this. It's just pretty diabolical stuff to be saying to someone that you think is, and now he's gonna be coming to this Burger King any minute now to meet this boy, so we're gonna try to have him go in there and order a big kids meal, and hopefully we can get him to sit in the back, and he'll be waiting in there for us to confront him. So now he's supposed to be walking here from his apartment complex. He lives over that way somewhere. We should be seeing him straddle right down this sidewalk right here in about 10 minutes or so here. And then he goes on to say, I would rather it be me than someone else, because you could end up getting hurt, or even worse, you could end up 6 feet under, entering the slave life in the wrong hands. I almost got killed 3 times, he says. So I guess it seems that, better Rodney this boy than someone else, because someone else could really hurt him, seems like what he's getting at there. I guess it's okay if he does it. Apparently Rodney is a former police officer. Who knows if it's true? That's what he says here, though. He says, the decoy says, how was anyone going to know unless you tell people? Rodney says, I wouldn't, but as a former police officer, I know the police does these stings and uses in sting operations. I mean, Rodney, you said it right there. And then he even says, I just watched the news where 3 guys were arrested for being with Rodney, you're about to be the 4th. What are you thinking? Hold on, there's a guy pulling up right now. He's really old. He kind of resembles Rodney, but Rodney said he was walking.
Could have lied.
He could have lied. Could have. Oh my God, this guy can't park. Man, this guy. This fucking Albert Einstein looking dude. Did he go through the drive-thru?
He's going around as if he's going to the drive-thru.
Oh.
Not parking.
Okay. Eric said he should be here like now. Why was he going like in and out of here though?
Because, I mean, he could have lied about walking, right?
kind of looked like him, though.
It did look like him. That's why I was like, it could have been him being like, hey, maybe these guys are undercover. Because he's mentioned Stinks.
Bro, that was him. I just got this picture of him. Look, that was him.
Yeah, that was him.
He is, if he's in a black truck.
You seen this?
He definitely did. Never had that one before.
No.
I just got here. I went to the bathroom. I didn't see you. I
Okay.
said, you're messing with me, aren't you?
Oh my God. He's getting his water. That's him. Q, that's him. Bro, that's it. Look, get the shot from my mirror. You see my mirror? Bro, he's walking up right now.
He's walking in.
Oh,
This
nice.
this has got to be. This is him, right?
Let me call him.
Wait, call him right now. Yeah, this dude's using a walker and he's walking the Burger King.
All right, I'm gonna hang up and call him.
All right, do it.
All right.
I'm gonna keep
It's all good. It's all good.
Hold on. I got you. I'm gonna keep this little one.
Where did he come from? Did you see that?
There could be parking on the other side.
He might have parked on the other side. If it is parked on the other side, then that's how we know. Dude just walked in with a walker.
Long gray hair.
Yes. Yeah, he parked like around, I don't know where he parked, but he like parked somewhere. Oh, there it is. There's his car right there. You see it? His white car is right there. Yeah, he's in line right now. He's like ordering food.
Oh, he's probably ordering what I told him.
Yeah. I'm just gonna park.
What an idiot. What an idiot.
He is. Oh, there's a walker. Q is a walker. You see it? There he is. There he is. Bro, he's right there. We see him walking.
God.
Oh my God, that's Rodney.
Bruh, if he takes a tumble, it's over.
Seriously.
He's breaking both like hips.
He just like went to use the bathroom. Wait, he might still be waiting to get the food. Oh, he's getting the food. All right, let's just wait until we actually see him. Like, wait a minute.
Inside.
Wait, no, I see his reflection. That's his reflection. You see him? He's right there.
Yeah,
He's back in the
I've
walker.
seen him, yeah.
Bro, he's back in the walker and sitting down.
Look at that bitch.
There he is. He didn't sit in the back. What a idiot. All right. Yeah, he's sitting there waiting for the boy to show up. All right, we're going in now, bro.
Right on.
How's it going, Rodney?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
Do you like watching videos like this?
Now, at one point, you said, "How would you dress your little your boy toy?" You referencing yourself as a boy toy.
Or like this?
You asked her if she wants her sweet ass eaten. I'm gonna ask you a question, all right? Really, nigga?
Or even like this?
And I know that you're here at Burger King to meet this, but even though you're at Burger King, you cannot have it your way with him.
Get on your computer or mobile device right now and head on over to skeetergene.locals.com. For only $7 a month, you can gain access to early and extended videos, full Predator chat logs, phone calls, membership acknowledgement, and more. Also, due to their strict guidelines, some of this content can never be shown on YouTube. So what are you waiting for? Break out that credit card and join the Skeeter Gene Locals community today.
Oh, you tell me. You tell me what's up. Nothing much. Just sitting here. Just ordered a coffee and just from Burger King and you're just sitting here. Are you did you come here to meet anyone? No. You sure about that, Rodney? Okay, but well, let me just ask you here. But would this be your picture? That's your picture. Okay. How do you suspect I would have gotten this picture? How do you suspect I would have gotten this picture, Rodney? You don't know? Okay. Because what I have here is, it looks like some messages to Mikey. Were you talking to a Mikey? You were? You don't think so? Looks like he told you he was and there were plans for you to meet him here at this Burger King. No? This wasn't you having this chat log? This wasn't you having this chat here? Really?
You're going to meet a friend of mine.
A friend of yours? Hold on, I'm having a hard time hearing you, Rodney. Do you mind if I just want to be able to hear you better. So, you're meeting a It's a friend of yours?
Yeah, Larry.
What's your friend's name?
Larry.
Larry? Larry what?
Cogney.
Larry Cogney. Okay. So, but this would be your picture here. Okay. And does this boy here look familiar to you at all? Have you talked to him?
Huh?
Have you talked to this boy?
I've been talking to him about music.
About music?
Oh, you play the piano?
I play the organ.
Can I sing a song to you?
What?
Can I sing another song? You want to hear another song?
Sure.
Yeah. Wake up! Grab a bunch and put it in the makeup! I just got enough for over there. Why'd you leave the key by the table? You ready to go crazy in the table? You wanted to! Grab a bunch and put it in the makeup! You wanted to! You wanted to! Do you like it?
Do you recall anything else that you talked to him about?
No,
What about sex?
no,
You didn't talk to him about sex? No, Rodney, you realize I
because...
have the chat log here.
Huh?
You realize I have the chat log here now.
What?
You realize I have the whole conversation here, right?
I wasn't talking about sex.
Okay. But what about when you hear you say making out in toys and you ask if he sucks? Then you talk about butt plugs and vibrators.
He was asking me what they were.
He was asking you what they were? Okay. That's what it was. Okay, gotcha. And when you were talking about what you're gonna do with him, you say kissing and hugging, anything that you want to do. So, why'd you? I just want to know, why'd you say that?
Huh?
Why did you say that to him?
I was trying to tell him that meet people online that could get him in trouble.
So you're saying there's other people online that can get him in trouble?
Yes, because
Okay.
I know because I'm married and I'm a grandfather.
You're married and you're a grandfather?
Yeah,
So you have a wife at home?
and I've got
Okay.
teenage grandchildren.
You have grandchildren?
And I've told them the same thing. Be careful on who you're chatting with, because he said he was on Grindr chatting with all kinds of people, and I told him, you know, you're not old enough, and if you meet the wrong person,
Right.
you could be hurt or something.
You could be hurt if you met the wrong person. So would you be the right person for him to meet?
I'm just talking to him.
Yeah, I understand you're just talking to him, but you are here now, so you took it looks like you took it a step beyond talking, you know.
No,
Well, Ronnie, you're here, right?
I knew he wouldn't be here.
How'd you know he wouldn't be here though?
Because I had plans.
You have plans?
I mean Larry.
Right. Oh, you mean later? What are your plans tonight?
I want to drink coffee, wait for Larry, and then
Wait for Larry, drink coffee.
and then
Okay.
we're
When's
going out to the bar.
you're going to the bar after this? So you do your pregame at Burger King, then you go to the bar.
I'm just sitting here waiting because
Okay.
he's at his sister's right now.
Okay. What time is Larry supposed to be here?
Supposed to be here about 8 o'clock, 8:30.
About 8 o'clock. Let's see, what time is it now? Oh, it's 8:51, Rodney. Larry's running a little late. Did you know that it was 8:51?
No.
Yeah, it's pretty late. But it looks like, from what I have here, it looks like Mikey was supposed to be meeting you this time. No?
No.
No. Huh. Well, that's a weird mix-up. So let me get this straight. So you were talking to Mikey online, but you're saying you weren't supposed to be meeting him here tonight.
Right. I told
Okay.
him I'd like to meet Larry. because
You just want to meet Larry.
texting me now.
Let's see. Oh, Larry's texting you right now, and it looks like Mikey right below his head text. Is that Mikey right there? Below?
Yes, but I don't know what he wants.
Oh, well, let's see what Mikey said last. If you could open up Mikey. Right there. I believe it's see the purple icon? Yeah, if you can click that one for me. The one right below Larry that's texting you. Right there, yep. So could I see that? Say, Michael, what are you sitting in? I got here, I went to the bathroom, and we just saw you go to the bathroom.
No,
And-
that was Michael.
Well, that was him. Oh, he went to the bathroom, but
That's what he said.
that explains why we saw you go to the bathroom to look for him. Just
I had to
weren't you
pee.
just? So he told you he was in the bathroom, but you went in the bathroom, but
I had
not
to
for
pee.
him.
Yes.
But the thing is, Rodney, he told you right there that he was here at the Burger King.
Huh?
He told you right there that he's here at Burger King.
I didn't. I told them I was busy in the.
Well, Rodney, you're-
He's Howard.
yeah, you see,
How would he get over here to Burger King?
I think he had a method to get here. I believe he was going to Uber or ask a friend to drop him off, and he said he was here. Now you're here.
Now that this lady, now that they wouldn't be, an Uber wouldn't bring him over here.
You wouldn't want to bring a over there, even though you gave him your address and you invited. Why did you invite him over?
He just texted me where I lived. I said Battle Creek.
Well, Ronnie, you sent him your home address, right?
He said, I said, yeah, I live in Battle Creek at 231 Springfield.
Right, but didn't you give him your address to come to, right? No?
Just he asked me what my address was.
So someone asks you what your address is, you just give it to him without expecting them to come over?
Because he can't get in there.
But what I don't understand, Rodney, is why give him the address?
He just asked me where I lived. I told him I lived at
Okay, he asked where you live, and you just,
231.
and you're just, yeah,
Springview
Springview Drive, yep. So someone asks you what your address is, you just tell them your address. Okay, I hear you. I appreciate your honesty, Rodney.
If they're a friend and we're just chatting, yeah.
So this is just a friend you were just chatting with? Okay, I hear you. So why did you feel the need to chat about kissing and using toys and asking him if he sucks?
I was given an example. I told them when I talked to him, this is what you're going to run into if you get not grind and stuff.
Okay, so this is just an example of what he could deal with if he went down that hole. So you were more just trying to protect him.
Yeah. I've got
Okay.
granddaughters a lot.
Granddaughters at Okay.
And I've had a talk with them
Do you-
about getting on.
Do you talk to them about kissing and toys and sucking?
I've told them getting on the line and just chatting. They could get in trouble, meet guys a lot with them.
Yeah.
They want.
I'm sorry, Ronnie, can you speak up a little bit? I can't hear you over the music.
I've told them about chat lines, and if they get on the wrong
Chat
line,
websites,
I've
right.
given them the same thing. You
Okay, so
would get
okay, so let me get this straight. To your grandchildren, you talk to them about butt plugs and vibrators.
I keep telling them they've had sex education in school.
Oh, I hear you. But do you specifically talk to your grandchildren about butt plugs and vibrators?
I kept telling them they could get stuff used on them.
Stuff like that can be used on them.
Stuff if they get it with the wrong person.
I hear you. Okay. No, that makes sense. Okay. And you even ask him if he sucks penis. You said that right there, remember?
That's something else I told them.
Yeah.
When we was talking now, he
What?
might get somebody that would expect them to do that.
Right, but why did you want to know if he did that?
I just used that for an example.
Oh, that was more of an example of the. So you were trying to teach him about the dangers of what could happen when you meet a stranger online.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Okay.
Because I'm happily married.
You're married. You're married currently,
Yes.
and so you have a wife at
Yes.
home. Does she know that you're on the Grinder app? What's up? Does she know that you're on Grinder?
Yeah, I just chat with people. I don't actually go meet them.
But Rodney,
friends.
you're here to meet.
Larry.
Rodney.
He's a friend of mine.
Larry is not. I don't think Larry's coming here. You're here to meet Mikey.
No,
Rodney, I thought you were an honest guy.
I am.
I don't think you're being very honest right now.
I am.
Okay, Rodney. Well, what about when he asks, so what do you want to do if we hang out Friday? And you say, make out for one. Do you remember saying that right here? You said you wanted to make out.
That's another example of what he could.
That's another example?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Because
Got it.
I'm not into 13-year-olds or guys.
You're not into
or gay
13-year-olds
guys.
or gay guys, even though you're on Grindr?
I've just got friends. I've got friends that's gay.
You have friends what?
That's gay.
That are gay. Oh, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with having gay friends. I mean, even if you swing that way a little bit, that's fine. There's no judging. But the problem is when you involve into the equation, Rodney. And I know that you're here at Burger King to meet this, but even though you're at Burger King, you cannot have it your way with him. So you cannot do things like make out with him and have him suck your penis. It's illegal. But you do know that it's illegal.
I know I ain't here to meet him.
You're not here to meet him. Okay. Here you do give him your address. He says, what's your address so I can see if my cousin would take me there, and you give up your address. So he said that he wanted to come visit you and he gave him your address.
He wouldn't, I know. He ain't going to get out and come over here.
So you knew that he wouldn't have been able to get over here, even though he said he could get a ride from his cousin.
Yeah,
How do you know that was a lie?
because if he's his cousin ain't much older.
Well, his cousin could be an adult.
His cousin.
I have older cousins.
His cousin wouldn't bring him over
Well, how do you know that though, Larry?
because.
I'm sorry, Rodney, your friend's name's Larry. How do you know that? Okay. You say you're a dom and that you're 70 years old.
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay. And this boy, you were talking to this boy, right? Okay.
As a friend trying to.
As a friend, just
Yeah.
trying to teach him.
Yes.
I hear you. Okay.
But I told them I had to meet Larry.
So you need to meet Larry, your friend Larry.
Yes, and
Okay. It's just weird that Larry is still not here, and he was supposed to be here at around 8. Yeah. You got to call Larry?
Yes.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, go ahead and call Larry. That's fine. Yeah, by all means, give Larry a call. Here, Rodney, can I say hi to Larry? Can I ask him something?
Remember, I was supposed to meet you here.
I don't think Larry knows what he's talking about.
Remember, I told you I was going to meet you at Burger King. I've been sitting here waiting.
It's weird. Larry doesn't seem to know what he's talking about. Huh. Well, I thought they were supposed to meet here to pregame, and then they were going to go out to the bars. Isn't that? Huh. That's weird that Larry doesn't know anything about that.
You was going to go to watch the Super Bowl.
Oh, to watch the game.
And you never showed
I
up.
forgot. It is Super Bowl Sunday. It sounds like Larry doesn't know anything about what you're talking about, Rodney.
Yeah?
My apologies. I didn't get that text message.
What phone are you using? You've got two phones.
No, I only have one.
Must have texted the other phone.
I've been sitting here waiting for you and somebody's here that wants to talk to you. Supposedly they think that I'm sent here to meet a. I told them I was sent here waiting for you.
That's what it seems like from the chat log, Rodney. Well, I'm just saying that's what it seems like from the chat log, Larry. We have a whole chat log of looks like Rodney talking to online for months on end. He met him on the Grindr app, and from our records, it looks like he's here to meet that boy for inappropriate activity. But Rodney's saying that he's supposed to be meeting you here at Burger King. Now, Larry, are you supposed to? Were you planning to meet Rodney at Burger King tonight?
Yes, sir.
What's that?
Yes, sir.
You were supposed to meet him?
Yes, I just was notified properly about it.
Oh, because a little bit ago you just said you didn't have any knowledge. You said you didn't get that memo, so I'm just trying to.
Yeah, I didn't get the memo because that's when he called me about it.
Oh.
Sometimes my text messages don't work too well.
Oh, they don't work too. Okay. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
And who is this I'm speaking to?
I'm Skeet Hansel with the Predatorial Investigation Unit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And you would be Larry Cudney.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Yeah, so we were basically just having a conversation with Rodney here because from our records he was I hear you. He was supposed to be meeting a here tonight, but it's just
Really?
No.
yes, that's what we have here in our records.
That's not good.
It's not good. So we just wanted to make sure we have everything straight, and it sounds like maybe it's a mix-up. Is that what
Yeah.
you're saying? It's a big mix-up.
Yeah, that's what I kept telling you.
Okay.
But you wouldn't believe me.
Oh no, well I'm just trying to get it straight.
I'm 36 years old, sir.
You're what, sir?
I'm 36 years old. I just had a birthday not so long ago.
Oh no, this isn't about you.
See?
This is about that looks like a boy that Rodney was talking to online. What time were you supposed to be here?
I didn't get announced until you called me about it.
Oh, you forgot. Oh, so are you coming up here now?
Yeah, I'm getting ready to.
Okay. Oh, so I guess we'll see you in a minute then.
See, I told you I
You did tell. You tried to tell me. I'm sorry I doubted you, Rodney. But we do still have to, get through this a little bit. Make sure this is straight.
So I'll talk to you in a little while.
Okay.
All right, bye.
All right. We'll see you soon, Larry. You can say, with your age, if you read my profile, you'll be able to see what I'm looking for. And you say you're looking for a dom.
Huh?
I'm sorry. You say that you are a dom and you're looking for a sub, right? A submissive boy.
That's just what's on that. I'm on there just chatting with friends.
So that's all just chatting.
Yes.
You're not serious about any of it. Okay.
No, I'm married. I live in an apartment. What would I want a sub for?
Well, you tell me, Larry. Or Rodney. It looks like you're here to meet Mikey, and a little bit ago on the phone you said that you have a slave.
See, I'm here to meet Larry.
But at first we heard Larry didn't have any. He said he didn't get the memo. So it sounds like you're getting Larry to cover up for you right now.
If he didn't get the memo, I also talked to him about it.
Okay, I hear you. Okay. You even say here, you say, I was a slave at but not by choice. You say you had a bad master who beat you daily because you were homeschooled. So with Mikey, were you trying to inflict that same pain upon him?
No.
No?
No.
Then, why even have the conversation with him like this?
More or less to tell him the dangers of that'll happen if he keeps getting on the maps at his age.
Okay, so you were more looking out in his best interest. I gotcha. You say you got beat with spankings and whippings. You talk about shock treatment. You have to be careful about going on here because you never know who you're going to meet. And that is true. You never know who you're going to meet.
See, that's what
might meet Rodney. I hear you. So, Rodney, what about here when you said, I would rather do it, meaning have sex with you, so you don't actually get hurt or even worse because you could end up hurt or 6 feet under. You even say you would rather it be you.
I wouldn't have sex with him.
Ronnie,
I
here
have anything,
you even said you'd rather it be you.
hello.
You even say we can chat and see what happens because I don't want to get in trouble. Oh, is that Larry again?
They're trying to say I was trying to pick up a.
Well, Ronnie, he said he was going to be here to meet you when you're here, so. Yeah.
I'm thinking about getting hold of an attorney. I come here to meet you when I'm getting harassed by these guys.
And attorney Ronnie, we're just talking.
So I'm thinking about calling an attorney. If you can't come in and sit and have coffee and wait for somebody.
Well, Ronnie, if you're here to meet Larry, why would you need an attorney?
I told you guys.
Oh no, I hear it, but I don't.
And yet you guys is here saying the same thing.
Oh no, I just don't get why you need an attorney if you're here to meet Larry. Because Larry's an adult, so.
About this.
About this.
I told you guys.
Okay.
I told you guys, and yet you're still doing this.
He says right there, can you go in and get me a big kid's meal? So he said he was going to be here at Burger King.
But I knew he wouldn't be here because I told them I had plans.
But he just said get me a big kid's meal and come in Burger King, and you're here at Burger King.
I was here when he sent that message.
Oh, you weren't here when he sent that message. Huh? You weren't here when he sent that message, Rodney. You weren't here yet.
I was in the. I pulled in the parking lot to meet Larry.
To meet, even though Larry's not here.
He's coming.
Now he's coming that you called him.
He was supposed to have been here.
Okay. Well, Rodney, what you just showed me shows that Mikey was going to be here at Burger King. This is coming down to a legal matter, and I don't want to have to, get the authorities involved for an innocent guy because...
I told you.
Oh, no, I don't think you did anything. I don't think you're in the wrong or anything.
But yeah, you're still sitting here questioning me.
Well, here's the thing, Rodney. You were concerned about it being a sting when you pulled in.
When you get this message, well, you tell me I've got a legal problem, and I think that I'm going to pursue this a little bit farther. So,
gonna pursue it.
Give me a call. See right there, the lawyers.
Lawyer. Oh, you have one too.
Yep.
Okay. What would the lawsuit be?
Harassment, right here.
How is it harassment, Rodney?
I've told you, and yet you're still saying you're doing the same thing.
Well, I just wanted to ask you a few questions, is all.
You've asked me a dozen questions already.
Okay. I just wanted to clear things up. It's just so ironic to me that Mikey said he was going to be here, and you're here, yet you weren't here to meet Mikey.
No.
I mean, I take your word for it, but I'm trying to take your word for it, but it's just things aren't adding up. Is the thing. The story isn't making a lot of sense. Because from what I have here on my end, it looks like you're here to meet.
No. No.
But you're not. You're here to meet Larry.
Yeah.
Is Larry the sub that you were talking about? The slave sub?
Yeah.
Larry's the slave.
Yeah. And a friend of mine, yeah.
And he is your slave that you mentioned.
Huh?
And he's the slave that you mentioned?
He's gay. He's a friend of mine.
He's a gay friend of yours, and
yes.
He's a slave. Okay. So that is his sub. Okay.
Yeah. Larry, yeah.
Got it.
They're trying to make it look like I'm trying to pick up a...
Well, Rodney, that's exactly how it looks. It looks like you wanted to have him come to Burger King so you could have it your way with him.
Yeah, I've been chatting with some...
Well, he looks... I mean, Mikey said he was going to be here, now he's here.
Trying to explain to him the dangers of getting on the internet because
Explain the dangers.
of
Well, Larry, if I could just ask you a very simple question now. When you first pulled in here in the white sedan and you saw us sitting there, why did you then send a text to Mikey asking if this was a sting?
I was texting him, telling him that
You were telling him what? Oh.
I told them a scam.
You told him it's a scam?
Yes, because he wanted about the meal,
Because he wanted a Big Kids meal.
and I knew he wasn't here.
But he told you he was here, now you're here.
I've had
Well, I'm just
told you.
No.
I told you. And
I'm just
yet-
trying to understand.
And yet you're going back to the same thing. No, you look here to me, and you look here to
Ronnie, you have to understand why it doesn't make sense to me. Because he said he was going to be here, and now you're here, but now you're saying you're not here to meet him.
No, I told him I had plans to meet Larry.
I didn't see that anywhere in the chat log that you had plans to meet Larry. It seemed like you had plans to meet Mikey.
No. Why would I meet a...
That's exactly what we're here to figure out, Rodney.
Why would I want to hang around with the... I'm 70 years old. I've got grandkids his age and grandkids older than him. I ain't into sex and everything anymore.
Even though you talk about slaves and butt plugs and vibrators and all the sorts?
That's what I was telling him.
You were warning him about that.
They could be using on him.
So you were teaching him.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. I guess we won't go back to that. That's your answer and you're sticking to it. You say you watched the news where 3 guys were arrested for being with and then you say, as a former police officer, I know that there are police stings with adults meeting kids online.
Yes, I told them that they do that.
Were you really a former police officer, Rodney?
Huh?
You were a former police officer?
I went to police academy, yes. But
Did you graduate?
No, but
So you weren't a former police officer?
but
Okay.
I told them not to scare him into trying to straighten his act up.
You were trying to straighten out his act. Mikey's act.
Yes.
What about straightening out your act?
I ain't doing nothing.
You're not doing anything wrong at all tonight?
No.
Just here to meet Larry?
Yes.
Not Mikey?
No.
Even though Mikey said he was going to be here?
I knew Mikey wouldn't be here.
So, Rodney, you say you knew he wasn't going to be here, even though he said he was going to be here. I mean, what happened just off of the instance by coincidence, if he was here?
I would have asked him what he was trying to prove being when he should be home at this time.
You were going to ask what he was doing and say that he should be home at this time.
Yes.
That's very responsible and adult-like of you. So if Mikey was here and not us, not Larry, you would have just talked to him and asked him why he was doing what he was doing.
Yes.
You wouldn't have tried to make him your slave or anything, as you mentioned here,
No.
and had sex with him or anything.
Asked him what he was doing here, and I would have said, don't you know, doing something like this, you could endanger yourself and getting hurt and everything.
Okay, so you were concerned about his safety more than... Gotcha. Okay. That's very noble of you, Rodney. So you're more of a hero, really. You're just looking out in their interests, in kids' interests online. Is that why you talk to on Grindr? Is so you can protect them?
If a year old or something on there and they text me, I ask them what they're doing on there and tried to tell him, you're underage, you're in you're putting yourself in danger and stuff. You never know who you're going to meet.
Okay. I'm sorry, Rodney. I had it confused the whole time. I didn't realize that you were looking out for his best interest this whole time. So that explains why you came here to meet him, so you could tell him that he shouldn't be doing what he's doing.
I came here to meet Larry, and if he would have been...
And if Mikey happened to be here, then...
I would have told them, what are you doing here?
Wow. Okay.
This is something that kids don't do. And
kids don't do that.
And what would happen if you would have met a weirdo? What would have happened? You could have either been kidnapped, dead, or whatever.
If you met a weirdo, thank God you're not a weirdo, you know.
Right.
Thank God you're just a normal, law-abiding citizen.
And I told them I was busy tonight, and I told them he could call me.
And he could call you, okay.
He wanted to chat.
Okay. Wow. So you're really just you're a hero, really. I'm sorry, Rodney. We had it confused. I mean, we thought you were coming here to meet him for this stuff, but you were really just trying to teach him right from wrong the whole time. So we had it confused.
Yeah, I came here to meet Larry.
Larry.
I knew Michael wouldn't be here. I told him. I said,
You knew he
call
wasn't.
me.
Okay.
We can talk.
Okay. Why'd you want to know the oldest guy he had been with?
I wanted to figure out. That's when I told him. I said, when he said, one guy 30, I said, you know, if you're lucky, he wasn't weird, because he told me, he said, oh, I met him at this place, and I went to his house with him, and I told him, I said, why? And you're too old, too young to be doing this. And I told him, I said,
because he's really young.
What would have happened if he would have kidnapped you or harmed you?
Yeah.
And your mother not knowing where you was at.
I hear you. And so, Rodney, being that you are here at Burger King to meet him, are you telling me that you were not in any way trying to give him your Whopper?
No, and I wasn't here to meet him. I was here to meet Larry.
Okay. So I was trying to give him the Whopper.
Shown up, I would have talked to him, and I would have told them if your right ain't here, I'll call police and have them take you home.
So you would call the police if he was here to take him home? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, being that it's such a concerning matter, you know, do you think we should get the police involved here to clear things up? Like, do you think you should report Mikey to the police? Just so... Because if you're looking after his well-being, I think we should report it to the police, don't you?
I'm looking. I keep telling him, don't get online.
Yeah, but don't you think we should report it to the police?
If it keep him from getting on Grindr, yeah.
If it'll keep him from getting on Grindr and trying to meet up with like creepy old men, say.
Yeah.
So you think we should tell the police about it?
Probably, and have them talk to him about it.
Okay. Well, now that you're involved and you're more, I understand you're more on the heroic side, trying to teach him right from wrong. You know, we should probably tell them about Mikey, tell him what he's doing, that he shouldn't be on Grindr, and we should tell them that you're here to just to kind of talk to him, pep him up, steer him in the right direction, kind of play that father figure, you know. Yeah. And we should report Mikey to the police. And don't you think so?
If he would have been here, I would have had a talk with him. But I'm here to meet Larry.
Well, I hear you, but being that the nature of the conversation, don't you think we should still let the authorities know about Mikey?
Huh? Maybe so they can talk to him.
Yeah, I'm thinking so. So we should have them come here, talk to you. They'll talk to us, and then we'll tell them all about Mikey, and we'll make sure that Mikey doesn't do a thing like this again. Does that sound like a good idea?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm about it if you are. So, absolutely. I'm glad we're on the same page. So if we do talk to the police, you would tell them basically that you were just trying to teach them right from wrong.
That's what I've been doing.
Okay.
Talking to him on the phone.
Okay. So does your wife have any knowledge that you've been talking to Mikey? Your wife knows about Mikey?
Yeah.
Well, what does she think about him?
She heard me talk to him about what he's doing.
She's okay with you talking to him about, like, you know, vibrators, butt plugs, stuff like just warning him about how dangerous butt plugs are and all that? Okay. Because those things can be sharp, you know.
Yeah.
Butt plugs can be sharp, so it's a good thing that you're teaching the Mikey about them.
I don't use them, but I know they're out there.
They're out there. All kinds of stuff is out there. And yeah, and I assume that's probably why you talked to him about possibly being a slave, because that happened to you. You said when you were young, right? Mm-hmm. So you were just trying to warn him about all these things. Gotcha. Wow. Well, sorry for the misunderstanding at first, Rodney. I'm glad we talked through it, and now we know that you're a good guy.
Because I was abused and stuff when I was I'm trying to keep him from
You did mention that.
Stupid and getting himself into a mess.
It's good that you're here on Grindr to, you know, warn about the dangers of what can happen, you know. Yeah, what would we do without heroes like you? You should be like you should be in the local newspaper for your heroic actions.
That's what I do. I try to keep the kids out of trouble.
That's all you can do, you know. Oh, looks like they're here. Okay, yeah, we did already have them on the way, and we're just gonna tell them that you're the police. We're just gonna tell them that you're a good guy, and you were just trying to, you know, make sure that Mikey wasn't doing anything he wasn't supposed to. So, you know, just stick to the script, and we should be good.
Because you know how it is.
Yeah, for sure.
Because
yeah, we'll just tell them that. Yeah, all right, here they come now. We're just gonna tell them you're a good guy and that you weren't gonna do anything. Hi, how you doing, officer? Hi, I'm Skeet Hansen. This is Rodney. He lives just around the corner. It looks like he is here to meet on connotations of intercourse. He talked about a few different things within this chat log. And he is here in this Burger King right now to meet that boy for such activities. That's pretty much what we have going on here. We just figured we'd let you guys know kind of what's going down in your town, being that we think it is a public safety concern. So.
Do you have a driver's license on you?
Yeah, I'm just here to meet Larry.
You're here to meet Larry?
Yeah, he was saying he's here to meet another friend named Larry, but he called him and he didn't know anything about it. And we have all the chat logs that show he's here to meet.
I talked to my sergeant, and what is going to have to happen is that the documentation that he has, like messaging.
We have all that. Yeah, I mean it's not in order, but I pretty much just like printed off the the essential stuff right there.
How do you know it's? I mean, other than obviously him showing up, how do you know it's actually physically him that's messaging your friend?
The phone number that he was texting from here. If you look here, it's also tied to his legal name. There's all his information right there.
29 dispatch, can you run a Rodney right now, 55 of 54?
How you doing, Larry? Good. Yeah, I'll tell you what's going on. So basically, so Rodney here had been talking online to a boy that he thought was on the app Grindr. There were a few sexually charged messages exchanged, mostly pretty much all coming from Rodney. And today, long story short, he is here at this Burger King tonight to meet that said boy. It looks like for these purposes. So that's what we have on our end.
Understandable. Taking proper precautions and everything, proper procedures for everything.
That's what we're doing, and that's what we're getting the authorities involved in. all that. And
That's
it's
not a problem, sir.
yeah, and
I told him what I do. If it's underage, I block.
yeah, that would be the
best way to do
smart
it.
thing to do. But
Yes.
now, you know,
If I can't get an ID off the person as of age, it's
Right.
permanent block.
right? It's you know, we wish Ronnie would have consulted with you before he had the conversation. It would have been
did that.
yeah. You seem like the smart friend, you know.
And I learned from my mistakes.
Oh, I hear you.
Because recently he does text me
Yeah.
out of the blue, like, "Hey, let's go out and have coffee."
Okay.
I'm usually not very far, but I didn't get any texts about a Burger King. But
Right, today you
found out
did.
in the fall shirt,
Yeah.
but my phone does have problems not receiving a text message.
Okay, so it's a possibility that Rodney thought he was meeting you here tonight.
You know, he had plans to meet me here tonight.
He did,
Yes,
but
he did.
That's what I
but,
keep
but
telling
what I
It's
kept
just-
telling him is
My
he
memo
also
didn't come
had.
through my phone until after the fact he was already
Okay,
here.
I hear you. But from our records, it looked that the boy, his name was Mikey, was supposed to be here tonight,
No.
and
Boy.
and now Rodney's here. So if you add 1 and 1, it's 2. You
Yeah,
know, that's kind of
Yeah,
our
it's kinda
concern.
figure,
Yeah,
1 plus 1 is 2.
1 plus 1 is 2. So
Yes.
I wasn't
you know.
here to meet no Mikey.
okay, okay.
Yeah, usually he meets me here
He meets you here usually.
a lot.
Okay, I hear you. How'd you meet Rodney? Where are you guys friends from?
I was his caregiver. I was Lawrence's caregiver before I became his.
Okay.
I'm his caretaker.
You're his caretaker?
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Because Rodney did mention something about a slave he said he was in contact with. You
That I
referenced
didn't
someone
know
as a
about.
slave. You referenced someone as a slave, Rodney. Who was that?
That I did not know.
He said
about.
that he had a white male slave who was, I believe, around the age of 36 years old, I think is what he said.
I'm his caretaker. I take care of him.
You take care of him.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's
okay.
probably what he's probably referring to.
So slave and caretaker are the same.
No, not exactly the same. Slave is different from caretaker.
Right, right. I wonder why he mentioned that though
I don't know.
in the
That's a good
conversation.
question. Because usually his wife sits here on one side of me,
Yeah.
and he's sitting in one of his chairs.
Okay, and
I
you
usually
guys
help him
all.
clean and all that.
Okay. Oh, that's nice of you. That's really your.
Oh, I
you're a good
enjoy
friend.
it.
That's great.
Enjoying helping older folks, it's been a lifelong journey for me.
That's great.
I love
Yeah.
every bit of it.
It seems like it really fulfills you.
It does.
Yeah.
Seeing an older folk with a smile on their face, if they're happy and they're getting help they need.
Yeah, yeah, for
It
sure.
puts a happy face on me too.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, and I think Rodney really needs a friend like you. You know, you seem like you know right from wrong.
I'm
And
one of his BFFs.
that's great. That's great. There's just a few concerning things.
That's going on.
Yeah, making out was talked about. Vibrators, butt plugs.
Oh, boy.
That sort of thing. So yeah, I was just wondering
I'm
why.
not a part of that world.
I hear you. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be either. I was just wondering why does a need to even know about those things? You know?
Right.
So
They're still learning.
they're still
in their
learning.
Schools.
Yeah, their prefrontal cortex
They
is
should be on
developed.
that site anyway.
They really shouldn't be, but somehow they get
Nope.
on there.
And
You know, it happens.
the profile strictly should be allowing the younger people anyway. They
You would
should be
think.
blocking them out.
You would think.
Yeah.
But it's not always like
Well, I
that.
haven't been on the website he's been using. I've been off it for years because
Yeah.
that's
There's
indoor flooded.
there's nothing good on there. You know. Sure.
You guys do this on Super Bowl Sunday?
Sorry, what was that?
So you guys
We do it on Super Bowl Sunday. Yeah. You know, we never stop. We'll catch the rerun.
Let me,
You know, your phone's gonna be seized. The investigation.
Oh, the wife is here.
We're locked out, by the way.
The okay detective?
I think he's okay. They're just taking him down to the station to talk.
Oh, okay.
What's going on? Well, he was here to meet a for inappropriate reasons. So. Yeah, the stroller's in the trunk. Do you know Rodney, ma'am?
Yes.
What's your relation?
Very good friends.
Very good friends. Okay. Okay, just curious.
Yeah, that's his wife. Take a seat.
Ma'am, do you know Rodney to do a thing like this?
Never.
Never?
Never.
Huh. I mean, you've got to be flabbergasted.
Oh, I know.
We are too.
100%.
I'm out. Did you have a safe drive
Oh,
back?
thank you, sir.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Have a safe night, guys.
Yes,
You
sir.
too. Gotta go back and catch up on the Super Bowl now and see what happened.
And missing the end of it. Bill is what's the score?
Who won?
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia won. Those damn Eagles. Those damn EDP supporting Eagles. Hate to see it. All right, well, that was some shit. That was Rodney from 5 minutes away. Strolled in on a walker. I've never seen that in my days. An old man coming in on a walker to meet I mean, he's already has a hard time walking. For him to put himself through that, like for him to risk slipping on the ice to meet that's crazy. Yeah, they're taking it seriously. Shout outs to the Battle Creek Police Department. We've never been here before, so we didn't know what we were even gonna get when they came out here. Glad to see they were cool and everything. And at this time, Rodney is now under arrest. They have seized his phone, and he's going to have pending charges. So shout out to Eric from PCI for talking to this guy for literally like 6 months or so, from August to February. That's just ridiculous. But yeah, we're on our way home now, boys, and here's to another one in the books. Cheers.